Hello, and welcome to Spirit Touched Lessons in the Sanctuary. Let's try to finish out what God hates and take a look at Exodus 20, verse 3 through 6. One of the things God hates the most is idolatry. It's a sign of rebellion. He admits that he is a jealous God. He wants the full attention of his children, and he's right. Nothing is more important than spending time in his awesome presence. That's where he does his best work in us. While we are there, he is transforming and renewing our minds. Romans 12:2. It's where we find out his plans for us. However, he does not want us to seek him only for what he can do for us and give to us. Why? Because he is far greater than those gifts and plans. Know this, those blessings can become idols if they are all we are looking for from him. Why? Because they can distract us from him. He longs to be the first one we love and number one in our hearts. The reason is found in Colossians 1:27. It grieves him when we let the things of this world or people become idols. When we do, it causes us to lose some of those blessings with our name on them. God also hates things that smack of spiritualism, like believing in horoscopes, fortune telling, Ouija boards, seances, and superstitions. Why? Because they can take hold of the weak minded, thus tempting them away from the truth of God and His Word. He also hates prejudice because it leads to so many other evil things, such as racism, anti-Semitism, causing divisiveness, and other schisms. I hope that the things you learn about are the things of God that he hates, is so that because he hates the sin but not the sinner. Ecclesiastes 9:18. All of these things but one can be forgiven. Which one is that, you may ask? Blaspheming the Holy Spirit. Why? Because he is the third person of the Trinity. Revenge, Deuteronomy 32, verse 35 and 41, Romans 12:19. God really hates it when individuals or certain groups defy his system of justice and take the law into their own hands. What really gets him angry is when those people use the freedoms he gave us to do it. Google the Bill of Rights. Take a good look. Then think about what's been going on in this nation. Then get down on your knees and pray that 2 Chronicles 7:14 prayer like never before. Why? Because he has called us out of darkness into his light, and it's time to take our stand like Joshua 3:8 in that river while we call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. The reason God hates all these things is that they are also weapons of Satan, he uses them against us. So before you do any of these things, stop and think it over before you break God's heart by doing them. Hebrews 10:30. God really hates it when we try to be him, when we try to get or take revenge on those who hurt us. That's exactly what we are doing, is trying to be him. We are taking control out of his very capable hands and putting it into ours. That's not a good idea. Usually it only makes the matter much worse. Plus, the consequences can be costly. Turn it over to God and let him take care of it for you. Yes, we have talked about being stronger than hate. However, we are to hate the things God hates. Here's some good advice before you do any of the things God hates. It's time to do another oldie that says, you better stop and think it over. When hateful thoughts invade your mind, remember hatred corrodes the container it's carried in. All of these things we have been talking about are an abomination before him. He will not tolerate them. There are no exceptions or excuses. God will not compromise or make any concessions where these sins are concerned. We shouldn't either. We are to follow the chorus. If it satisfies you, Lord, then it satisfies me. Therefore, our prayer should be, please, Lord, don't let me do any of these things that displease you. Something God couldn't hate because it's out of character it's out of character for a loving God. They are wrong. These lessons make that clear. He wants us to know what and who he hates so that we don't get ourselves caught up in or with them and become like them. You may send your prayer requests to He Answers, TWO, @gmail.com.